the original book that we had for for core confidence. This was what I designed. All right, look how big it is, bigger than my head, and I have a big head. All right, and it's bigger than it. For what reason? I don't know. Some pages were double sided. It would bleed through. I mean, where we started with the book was a humble beginning in my own efforts. However, now now we have a better curriculum, a better book. We have better teachers. We have everything is awesome. Yeah, fine. You were just you had those books with you. Do you have the other ones, the new
So we
ones?
sized it, and we had this with a glossy cover, and this was a great rendition for the kids to send
Yeah,
out, and it
didn't fall
levels.
apart with that cover on it. It kept everything together.
And now we have three books because we served kids 10 through 25, so we wanted to make it make sense. So core
Yes.
confidence in our varsity team will be
Yeah,
using this book.
I like that. The covers are so cool. There's so much like life in the covers. Look at the JV one. Didn't you think Norb that one was awesome?
That was interesting.
Yeah, the spaceman.
And of course, for our older kids
Yes.
and our young adults,
Awesome. Ascend. I've been having lots of conversations around the Ascend. There's a real emerging need there. It's so interesting to see. That spaceman. I don't know. Have you seen the movie Wonder?
no, I've heard.
Um, no. Yeah, Norb, have you seen that movie? That
No.
spaceman is inspired by that movie. So if you see the movie, it'll give you some context. It's a special needs kid, and he basically, the helmet helps him feel like he's normal and he's a superhero. So we want our kids to all feel like superheroes. And that's Fawn had this really cool idea also. I mean, she's full of ideas. And I'm so appreciative of it to like have the JV book at least have some sort of like cohesive storyline running through it, so that it would just like that spaceman might, have like set some goals and have to work through organizing his life in some way, and there could be graphic representation page to page of like just a story, not like a whole having to write a story, but the pictures themselves can tell a story,
Right, it's reflective. If the kids are looking at it, they kind of see themselves through each one, and it can become like their little
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, avatar, if you will. So
Yes.
yeah, well, here's our party. I think what this speaks to is the commitment to the lead ops team that you guys are all. Thank you. And I mean, look, maybe it's my fault. I've had this conversation with a team member today. Maybe it's my fault that I'm planning some of these things in the last weekend in July. This is the time when people are traveling, and I get that. So it is, and like it was no hard feelings. We do have one of our teachers said she would have loved to have been here. April would have been great to have her be part of our party, but she's running office hours for us right now. So we do have like active programming going on in our team still tonight. So it's just we're always trying to reach those kids, and so we'll hang out for a little bit. This is our intended to be our team party. The intention here was for everyone to get to know each other, or for everyone to get to know us. Really, what I meant to say, like for the community that we've been building. We yesterday I think it was we hit 1,500 followers on socials. So another milestone. I don't know. I don't know if we keep every 500 matters or if we're waiting for something bigger like 5,000 now. I think like it's just going, and it just amazes me every time I see a name I don't know who like likes something that I made. I'm like, what? Someone in Kansas likes what I made? It's just so cool. And I know that I have a value, but it's just affirming, and it's fun. It's exciting. Norb has proven to us. Norb, you want to explain to the community what it is, how much you guys in Belize love each other, that when you post something, like people show up for you, man. Like it is amazing. And one, it's you. Like Fawn and I know it's you. Like they don't show up like that for everyone. But you said to me, Norberto, are you ready for this? People in Belize, we have this thing where we show up for each other. What is that, Norb?
I, I it's hard. It's interesting to explain, and then I don't know. It's just like Belize. That's how we get along. I think many people who come to Belize would say, "Oh, we love the way the people would treat us, the way they are," and then that's just something that we all try to do every day, and that's beautiful. I would say the people that
Yeah,
know me, they would just go for it, and I'm happy for that.
yeah. People obviously know you and care about you and see you as a really valuable mentor. So I'm just so like thankful and lucky that we have you here in our midst. So um,
I want to
thank you for
say
that.
hi. I want to say hi to the people in, because I've mentored students in the Central America. Just say hi to those who also remember me and send messages. They didn't comment or could write anything, but they said hi to me. People from Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and
Wow,
those countries. So it's amazing. So I also
it
had some
is.
students from the US who send messages, and that's great. I'm so happy to see all of that.
Yeah, it's just so affirming that to have those connections over time. What some of those people that you're talking to, like this, like some of these people that you've been speaking to with the sales calls and starting to like really take off now. You said a woman today was from Costa Rica. Does that mean that she's in Costa Rica or no? She's just from Costa Rica.
She is from Costa Rica.
Yes, but
So
she's living in the States now. Yes.
yes.
Because one of these days we're going to start advertising just all over Central America, and we're just going to be like the machine. Because Norb is just amazing that he makes things happen slowly, slowly. You know, again, a Belizean saying "poco a poco." Like but it's every piece gets done one at a time in such an efficient way that it builds into something awesome. So I'm just so psyched about that. What's the? Go ahead, yeah, buddy.
Oh, the thing is, I was going to share. Every year I go to Keycocker, and then they have this thing go slow. So I think when you take your time, build on something amazing, people will notice that, and they will like it, and they will understand that it's something great, and they will care for it. So even though it says go slow, we build it amazingly good.
Yes, go
And
slow. That's the island time. What's that,
Yes.
Fawn?
it's so nice, you know. But it's happening with the kids, like that same sense of calm and that one at a time, and you can like tone it down and get it right. And there's many different ways to do things, especially with people with a lot of energy and a lot of buzz.
I definitely bring the energy to most spaces I'm in. Really exciting emerging partnership with a homeschool academy that we'll talk more about as we have more details. But really exciting to think about just the love that we bring to the work. Just is contagious, and people see it and they want to connect to it. You know, like the fact that I was in a students meeting, just trying to really help the student. This was after the student was done with our program. Mom's like, "Yeah, we're done, but still, can you share your perspective?" Of course, you know, and just from showing up and like really explaining the student as I know them, um, clearly identified for this other organization that they want to partner with us. And how cool is that? You know, I mean, we are what we say we are. We're here for the kids first and foremost, and the results are evident. So thank you for all the nudges along the way to get us there. And Norb is taking his first class in the next cohort. He's got himself a class starting next week, Wednesday. Yes, yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah. So we're I mean, he's really excited about that, and I'm excited for more for Norb's students than I am for Norb. I'm excited for Norb, but I'm really excited for Norb's students because I know how much he cares and how excited he is to be a part of that.
Did
And
you mention to
I gave you a full class. Yeah, what's up?
Did you mention to Fawn about our last class? We just finished. We were co-teaching
Yeah.
improvement. We
Oh,
just
can you
finished.
do you have that image? Can you pull that up? Maybe I can.
I don't
I
have the
will.
image.
I will. I will. Go ahead. Keep telling the story.
Yeah, so it was interesting because I we were closing the lesson, and they were all supposed to say something that they really want to highlight or something, and then they were like, "Norb, we want Norb, amazing," and so many good things. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting," and I was like, "Will I ever see them again?" And I'm really interested to seeing them again and working with more students because it really creates an impact. It makes you want to continue because during that session you get the confidence to work with the students and you really like what you do, and this is amazing.
But
I
yeah,
remember.
so you want to give the context? Sorry, Fawn. Go ahead. What was that?
I just, when you were away on the trip, it was so nice. Norpat got such great feedback from the kids. And
Yes.
I talked to him after, and it's, so heartwarming because I'm not, with the kids. It's just nice to see that, how it all, comes together and it's, not everybody likes going to work, and this is such a
No, that's true. I'm determined to like. I'm determined
yeah,
never to not like going to work again.
that's
I
it.
So this is a student who, when I asked them if it would be okay for Norb to sub for me when I went to London, she very kindly and well spoken basically said, well, I don't really know Norb. I'm not sure if it'll be okay. And I'm like, that's honest, right? That is honest. She definitely enjoyed having Norb as her teacher. And then in the last class, this is a girl who she kept her camera off the whole time. A lot of schools, a lot of other online programs have strict rules around cameras because they believe it forces the compliance, forces the kid to stay focused, which is probably helpful to have the camera on. So I'm not against the camera being on. However, if someone has got some sort of reason that in their head they don't feel comfortable looking at their own face, then that's sad for them. And you got to feel for that kind of a kid, you know? So this girl, we have not forced the camera issue. We wanted her to engage. She's always participating, great things to say. When we had to do like a scavenger hunt, a brain break, she would turn on her camera to show us the thing that she created, but just not her face. She just didn't feel about it. Well, the other part of her challenge was that she was trying to do the non-preferred tasks. And for her, the non-preferred task was identified as riding a bus. She lives in an urban area. She lives in Milwaukee, and she should have access to go to the mall and do whatever she wants. She can't get herself on the bus. So earlier we had her on the bus with a friend of hers, and then her grandpa took her on the bus this past weekend, and she took a selfie. She took a picture of herself. We've never seen her face, and she sent us this at the end of the meeting yesterday. Don't mind me. I usually don't take pictures of my face, but it was just so genuine, and she was happy to share this with us.
Yeah, the confidence that's built, that's such a big step, and listen, in our professional lives, we have to be on camera, that's something to grow towards. But to your point, allowing the space to get there, the outcome is so much, it's so authentic. And she wasn't forced, she's just doing it.
Yeah, she's just doing it. And we asked her permission if we can use this, and she said, of course, and her mom was there. Her mom is so proud of her, and she's very modest about the gains that she made when we had our 12-week call, reflecting on our experience together. She was really modest about the gains, but her mom really reminded her that she actually did make some really significant gains, and it's just so awesome to have that tangible result. So thank you for bringing that up, Norb. I think we do this. I think we show people one of our brain breaks that we would use. We do a little silly brain break, and then that's our party for tonight. Because we all got other things to do. We don't need to. We see each other every day. This is the three people of all the people on the team. We see each other. I see each of you individually every day, and we see each other collectively frequently throughout the week. All right. So I have to look at the right. This has to be I think the vertical layout for this to work, but you put up your thumb and your pinky. All right, let's go, Fawn and Norberto. Thumb and pinky, just one thumb and one pinky on the same side, Norb. Put down, yep, nope, not yet. There it is. Okay, now, ready? Switch. Think really hard. Ready? Switch. Switch.
You've got to master.
This is the stuff though that we do with the kids, and it's just as silly. It's just as goofy as this. We do this with them, or this one. Maybe you've seen this one. Shoot the bunny. Have you seen this one? Shoot the bunny. You get the bunny up, and you get the gun, and you shoot the bunny, and then you go shoot the bunny the other way.
Okay, that one's better. I like that one.
That one's better for you.
I can see that one. Yeah, I got that one.
Shoot the bunny. Yeah. So these are some. And what these are doing is they're taking our left and our right, and we're forcing our brains across the midbrain. Okay, again, it's just a way to stimulate the forebrains, because everything we do in our classes right here is the front of the brain, right? It's the prefrontal cortex. That's everything we do. So when you get left side and right side crossing, they're hitting right through that prefrontal cortex, and they're literally exercising the muscle. I had a parent the other day who was saying, my kids just got like, this is a parent you had spoken to who. There was some TBI. There was some. There was a lot. There was domestic violence. There was a lot of different things that were going on, and she was saying how his prefrontal cortex is just so weak. It's just so he doesn't just due to this all this stuff, and then he has seizures. I mean, this kid. I felt for him so much, and I said, well, then that's what we need to focus on is exercising that. If you had a limp because your leg, needed support, you'd get a brace and you would exercise that leg, and that's what we're doing is we're exercising the prefrontal cortex. So shoot the bunny and this little pinky thumb. I expect better performance from both of you guys next time. All right. I do this a lot. I do these. There's all these games. The other one is the Schultz table. Here, we could do this one real quick too, just so people outside can see what it looks like. It's kind of a cool, again, brain break. It looks like this. Let me. So the object here is to. Hold on. I know it's like dead time on the air right now, but I want to get it right. Okay, so it's a layout. This is too big. All right, like a layout of numbers 1 to 10. This is 1 to 9, and it's to see how fast you can get from 1 to 9. And it seems like a simple task, but our brains are so used to patterns and looking for patterns and trying to understand things. There's no pattern, it's random. So what I usually do with the kids is I start just changing it up and I say, okay, I'm going to stop it and there's going to be the clock up here, all right? And when I stop it, the clock up here is going to start when I hit 1, and you're going to time yourself to see how fast you can get to 9, all right? So I'm going to start it now, and I'm going to go, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 1, go.
Bottom left.
Keep going
Done.
all the way to 9. Done. You see that? You have to go all the way up to the number. So Norb, let's go a little harder now. Let's see people who are playing at home. Fawn, do you get like all the numbers? Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 25. So I'm gonna start again, and then we'll do 4, and then we'll be done. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the timer. Done.
I'm so lost because there's nothing to click. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
it happen and got it, but maybe I
There's
need
so
to
many. There's so many of them. It's too much. It's not easy, and that's the thing too. Is like again, our brains are so attuned to finding patterns that without something to anchor them to. And the other one that I use with the kids sometimes has colors on it, which is even more confusing because the colors aren't patterns. So it really just makes it like I can't count to 10. So usually for me, there's one number where I'm like I cannot find the 10. Where's the 10? Where's the 10? Where's the 10? Anyways, these are the kind of fun things we do with the kids in the middle. So I'm glad I had other games that we could play. Maybe we'll try again when we're back in school and I can get some of the other teachers to come hang out.
You know, that's the number one question I get is, you know, how do you keep my kids' attention? If this is an online program, how do you keep my kids' attention? And I really try to stress, you know, on the phone that, you know, we do break things up. It's not so much, you know, a set 15-minute increment, but, you know, the engagement is far beyond, you know, any kind of other kind of curriculum that they've encountered.
Very active, not passive at all. You know, we're going to respond to the kids. If there's a low energy day, we're going to bring up the energy just to and sometimes the conversations we get into with the kids are so wonderful that we don't even like end up necessarily doing the curriculum. And that's what anytime there's a teacher who's interested in our program, that's how I always describe it to them is the curriculum gives you a space to have really great conversations with kids and help them to think about themselves and to grow. That's it. There's like, if you don't do any one lesson in the class, it's not like you lose out because you didn't do that part of the lesson. You know, I mean, maybe if it was, again, calculus, you'd have to know every step and that's how it is. But that's not what it is with us. We want the kids to just, you're right, to stay engaged, to look into themselves, and then to engage with us as the teachers. So thanks, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out. I wish normally this is the problem for me is that I'm very food motivated. And so normally when I have a party, you know, Fawn, whenever I have any gathering of people, I like to provide food. Often Fawn was the one who's helping me provide food, you know. Your kitchen mistress. You guys should check it out. If you're anywhere in the Vermont, Albany area. Like, anyways, but without food, it's hard to bring people. So I should have had some ice cream or something. But I guess next time I'll have to Venmo people some cash. Get some ice cream and sit your butt down, you know? Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye.